You think your constant availability makes people value you. You think that by always answering your phone, always agreeing to help, and always explaining your decisions, you are building loyalty and respect. You are completely wrong. Every single time you drop your priorities to chase someone else's approval, you are quietly destroying your own status. You are sending a devastating biological signal to everyone around you that your time is worthless. And in the brutal reality of human hierarchies, people do not respect what they can get for free. Today, we are tearing down the illusion of being the dependable, always available good person. We are going to expose the hidden evolutionary reasons why your brain desperately craves validation, and why acting on that urge is social suicide in the modern world. I'm going to reveal the 5 dangerous habits that are quietly draining your power, and the Machiavellian mechanics of scarcity that will instantly make you magnetic. If you are tired of being treated like a backup plan by people you prioritize, rewind this and pay close attention. Your entire perception of social dynamics is about to be violently rewired. Let us start with the first dangerous habit, which is rooted in a massive biological trap. You are fighting millions of years of evolutionary programming. Your primitive brain is terrified of rejection because, for our ancient ancestors, being cast out of the tribe meant certain death by starvation or predators. Your nervous system still believes that if people do not like you, you will literally die. This is why you feel that sharp physical anxiety in your chest when someone takes hours to reply to a message, or when someone gives you a slightly cold look. You immediately start chasing them. You send double texts. You over-explain yourself. You try to fix a problem that does not even exist just to soothe your own anxiety. But in the modern world, this survival mechanism is a fatal glitch. Manipulators, narcissists, and dark triad personalities can smell this anxiety from a mile away. When they sense that you need their approval to feel safe, they will intentionally withhold it just to watch you dance for them. You must unlearn this biological default. Approval is not oxygen. You will not die without it. The moment you stop chasing validation is the exact moment they start chasing you. This brings us to the second habit that is destroying your respect: the absolute failure to understand the law of scarcity. Basic economics dictates that value is driven entirely by rarity. Diamonds are expensive because they are hard to find. Sand is worthless because it is everywhere. Your presence operates on the exact same mathematical principle. If you are always there, if you respond to every message within 30 seconds, and if your schedule is always flexible for everyone else, you become social sand. You become completely invisible. People take you for granted because human psychology is wired to ignore things that are permanent and easily accessible. Weak people believe that withdrawing makes them look rude or arrogant. They are terrified of making someone wait. The elite understand that withdrawing strategically is the ultimate display of high status. Make your presence a privilege that must be earned, not a basic human right that you distribute to anyone who asks. You do not need to be mean or aggressive. You simply need to be busy with your own reality. Let the message sit on read. Let the phone ring. Disappear into your own work, your own goals, and your own silence. When you finally do give them your attention, it will feel like a rare reward rather than an expectation. The third habit that keeps you trapped at the bottom of the hierarchy is the belief that respect is earned through kindness. It is not. Respect is a mathematical equation based entirely on enforced consequences. Nice people believe that if they just give enough, listen enough, and tolerate enough, the other person will eventually realize their value and treat them better. This is a pathetic fantasy. People will treat you exactly as badly as you allow them to. If someone disrespects your time, insults you disguised as a joke, or crosses a boundary, and you just laugh it off to avoid an awkward moment, you have just rewritten the rules of your relationship. You taught them that disrespecting you has absolutely zero cost. If there is no cost, there is no boundary. To command respect, you must be willing to let a situation become intensely uncomfortable. When they cross the line, you stop smiling. You hold unbroken eye contact, and you let a heavy, suffocating silence fill the room. You do not need to yell or throw a tantrum. A cold, unblinking stare is far more terrifying than a shouting match because it shows absolute emotional control. You must prove that you are perfectly willing to walk away and let the relationship burn to the ground if your boundaries are not met. Now we enter the fourth habit, which leads to the most devastating psychological weapon you can use against the manipulator. The habit you must break is the urge to react. When a toxic person wants to pull you down, they will try to provoke you, they will spread a rumor, they will send a passive-aggressive message, or they will try to make you jealous. They are fishing for a reaction because your reaction is their fuel. It proves they have power over your emotional state. The ultimate counterattack is a Machiavellian concept known as calculated inaction. It is the art of breaking their ego by doing absolutely nothing. When they try to provoke you, you do not block them angrily. You do not write a long paragraph defending yourself. You look at what they did, you feel absolutely nothing, and you ignore them completely. To a manipulator, being ignored is a fate worse than being attacked. When you fight back, you validate their existence. When you ignore them, you erase them. Their brain will completely short-circuit. They will desperately search for a reason why their tactics failed. They will obsess over your silence. They will burn massive amounts of mental energy trying to figure you out, while you are sleeping peacefully, entirely unbothered by their existence. Calculated inaction proves that your internal reality is a fortress that their pathetic external chaos simply cannot penetrate. Finally, the fifth habit you must destroy is being completely predictable. Weak people are open books. You know exactly what they're going to say, exactly how they're going to react, and exactly where they will be. Predictability breeds boredom, and boredom kills respect. To truly unlock the dark power of respect, you must cultivate an aura of unpredictability. You must become a shadow. You share less about your plans. You stop explaining your thoughts. You arrive on your own terms, and you leave before they expect you to. When people cannot predict your next move, their minds automatically assign you higher status. They realize they cannot control you, and what humans cannot control, they naturally respect. Stop explaining your existence to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Stop bleeding your energy into relationships that treat you like an option. The moment you stop chasing validation, the entire power dynamic flips. You shift from the prey to the apex observer. You become quiet, selective, and completely untouchable. Now you know the rules. Subscribe to see reality clearly